Before and after. Before and after. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Horsepower Obsessed. My name is Justin, and today we are going to be giving some love to the C5 Corvette. So recently we did all LED lights and of course the new wheels from Black Diamond, but today we have some engine dress-up parts. So let's jump into this one right now. All right, guys, so here is what we're going to be working with today. We have two separate pieces for the engine bay on the C5 Corvette to kind of give it a little extra flair. And as you can see with this piece here, it is hydro dipped and clear coated to perfection, and the C5 emblem is filled in just like it would be on the car otherwise. So this is for the air intake. This will go right over top of the current tubing. Now the second part here is the cover for the intake manifold that is also hydro dipped and clear coated to perfection. It basically looks like something that would have come on the car from factory, and this one is held on with tape though. AMT really knocks it out of the park with the quality on these things though. I spent some time trying to find any defect in these things and I couldn't find any. So obviously these parts are made by them and hydro dipped by them, and they obviously know what they're doing because there is no imperfections on this thing that I could find. So like I said, I have some other parts coming for the C7 and the C8 later, so these guys know what they're doing enough for me to put this on my other cars as well. So stay tuned for that, guys. But for now, we're going to go ahead and put these on. It's nothing crazy, no rocket science involved in getting these attached to the car, but I want to show you kind of a before and after so you can see exactly why something like this would be beneficial for your C5 Corvette. All right, guys, so we are at the car. We're going to take some isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the intake manifold here because that part has some double-sided tape on it that you're going to want to make sure sticks. And then the actual intake tube is what gets covered with the other part. That doesn't have any tape or anything, so that doesn't necessarily need to be cleaned, but I'll probably wipe that down as well just to make sure we're not trapping any dirt or anything in there. The tops are all that really matter. That's where the tape's really going to sit. So just make sure it's as clean as possible on the very top. So with everything wiped down and ready to go, the first thing we're going to do is the intake manifold. And this is what it looks like on the outside. But on the inside, we have some 3M tape and a label here telling you it's for the front. So this will obviously go on the front part of the intake manifold with the double-sided tape. And then the other piece right there is for the back side. And it's going to have the same kind of tape and the same kind of label pointing to the back, so you know exactly where this thing gets installed and exactly how to do it. So you gotta want to be a little bit careful because this tape's going to want to grab the second you set it down, but ultimately you got to work it into place a little bit. It's got to slide underneath the fuel rail here, so something like that. So then we'll just kind of press down on it for a couple seconds. That should do it for the front. Now we're going to move on to the back piece, which will slide up underneath here and make it look like one solid continuous piece. You can kind of tell the difference there. The front's on, but the rear is not. This one is clearly marked again, rear. So it'll go on like this and slide underneath that fuel rail again, just to make sure that it butts right up against the front piece so you don't know that it's two separate pieces. So I'm going to work the back part in first because there's no tape on there. And you can kind of feel it again work its way into place where it needs to go, and then we'll just kind of gently persuade this thing into place just like that. So then we'll just press and hold down, kind of giving that double-sided tape a chance to activate, and then that should be it. Now we have a very carbon fiber-esque look to our engine, and it looks pretty good. Like I said, the C5 is already in really good shape for a 22-year-old car. This just really helps bring it up to 2021 standards, which I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me say by now because everything we're doing is trying to make this car look a little newer than it actually is. And that's the best way I can vocalize what it is we're doing here. Real quick, guys, before we continue, if you could please go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Let YouTube know you are liking the content. Let me know you're liking the content so we can continue to create stuff like this for you guys. I would greatly appreciate it. While you're at it, if you could also smash that subscribe button and hit the little bell notification so you will be notified every time I put up an upload like this, that would be really awesome. The next step is the actual intake tubing there, which, as you can see, has the C5 logo on it, but it's not filled in, it's not colored like it is on the rest of the car. And this will, of course, not only colorize that, but it will also give it that carbon fiber-esque look all the way back to the intake manifold. It's going to look really cool. So let's get that done. It's a lot easier than this part, and even that was pretty easy. So again, here is the piece. It is the exact same thing we have there. So as you can see, the logo will literally fit over top of that one, and it actually even has an indent for it. This is just going to snap down over top of it. There's really not a lot to this. It's not really something you even need to have an install video for, but I guess we're going to do one anyway. So we'll just take this, kind of set it into place. You can see there's a cutout here and one up in the front that you want to make sure is aligned with what you're pushing it down over. And then just push it down. And then that's it. So again, we have a little more of an up-to-date look, a little more color under the hood, and of course, somewhat of a flowing bit of carbon fiber. The quality is there, the ease of installation is definitely there, but I really just wanted to make this video to let you guys know that AMT Custom Designs is going to have a couple different parts coming for my other Corvettes, and actually another piece coming for the C5 as well. But I have something coming for the C8 and the ZR1 back there from them as well, because they make some high quality stuff. After I got these things in the mail, I said, okay, what else do you got for me? Because they look absolutely fantastic. All right, guys, so scratch that. We actually got a package from AMT Custom Designs the next day. So I'm going to finish up this video and I'm going to show you all of the parts that they offer for the Corvettes, C5, C7, and C8. And the way we're going to do that is by starting with the C8. So what they offer for the C8 specifically is some door sill customization. So this is painted carbon flash with a red stripe, obviously torch red because my car's torch red. Now, if we open up the door, you'll see the stock one, which is right there. It is just silver. And this is the exact same kind of design, just a little more custom. So what you're going to do is literally place it right there, and that's how it's going to look. So we're going to put them on all three of these cars. Now that already looks really awesome because you got the carbon flash side skirt right here. This is painted carbon flash. We got some torch red accents in the torch red door sill. I am really liking that. GM should have literally made it like this from factory. Very easy install and a really cool customized look. I mean, that looks that looks a million times better. I'm really anxious to see how that's going to look on the black ZR1 because the one that I got from them is black with some red accents. Now, of course, before we permanently adhere these guys, we have to actually clean the surface. So just like anything double-sided tape related, you want to wipe down the surface with a rubbing alcohol style cleaner, because what that's going to do is totally remove any grease or dirt that's in the way, because all that's going to hold this thing on there is double-sided tape. So you want it to be absolutely perfectly clean so it adheres as best as it possibly can. Now, the installation is the same on all three cars. That's what we're going to do. We're going to wipe it down with rubbing alcohol, pull off the tape backing, and find the center location, which is really easy on the C8 because it literally fits into the same exact spot that the factory one's on, and then just push it down and hold it for about 10 seconds, and that's it. You're done. All right, so while we have them lined up here, guys, here is the custom C5 one. It is painted black with your C5 Corvette logo. The C7 one here is painted black, C7 logo with Corvette in torch red. And down below that, the C8 sill with the C8 Corvette logo, Stingray with some torch red accents. This one is carbon flash though, whereas these two are painted black. Very, very, very good detail, very good quality. I give a big thumbs up to AMT Custom Designs. These things are freaking awesome looking. All right, guys, we got the C8 Corvette done. Check that out. So the passenger side and the driver side, both completely customized with the AMT Customs designs here. This is absolutely fantastic. I love the way that these things look. Right next to the carbon flash painted side skirt. Yeah, like I said, big thumbs up to these guys. They're doing some seriously nice work over there. This is absolutely awesome. Now, this comes in a couple different colors, so you don't have to get torch red with the carbon flash painted background. But if you have a blue car, I'm pretty sure you can get blue. Of course, I'll link all their stuff down below. And the best part is if you guys buy it based on this video, there will be a code to save 10%. It's going to be HPO_10 will get you 10% off of any of this kind of stuff from his website. I love the way that this kind of customization comes through on the Corvettes. I'm going to go ahead and do my C7 Corvette and the C5 as well. Yeah, I mean, how could I not? These things look absolutely awesome. One last time, just take a look at that. I love the quality of these things. I mean, they look like they could be OEM, and honestly, they really should have been. So we're going to go ahead and install the side sills on the C7 Corvette and the C5, but I'm going to show you the installation on just one of them because, to be honest with you, the installation is the exact same on all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe this area down with some isopropyl alcohol. Now we're just gonna go ahead and remove the protective layer off the back of this. So you can see there the double-sided tape. It's real super thin, but it is very, very sticky. So be prepared that once you set this down, it's not moving. So make sure it is in the exact right spot before you start sticking it down to the sill. It's pretty easy to do for the most part because this is the exact same size as the stock piece. That's it. That's all there is to it. So like I said, it's just some double-sided tape. Put it where you want it and you push it down and that's it. As you can tell on the black car, that black sill looks a lot better than it did with the brushed aluminum. Not that it was necessarily a bad look, but with the black on red, this looks much more at home. Again, here's the stock side. And then if we walk over on the other side of the car, showing you the aftermarket one here from AMT Custom Designs. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, this was looking really good. I'm liking this a lot. Obviously, I'm going to do the same thing over on the passenger side. You saw the installation. It's not too hard. You just want to make sure before you set that down that it's going exactly where you want it to go because you can't lift it back up. Anyway, we're going to do the passenger side and then we're going to get into the giveaway C5 and we're going to do the door sills on that too. So I'm not going to show you the process because it's exactly the same, but I will show you the before and after on the C5 as well. All right, guys. So again, we are here with the C5 Corvette that you could possibly win. And what we're going to do is put this sill onto this sill. And yeah, it looks a lot better. It's going to look a little more up to date, which is ultimately what we're trying to do here. After we did the engine appearance stuff with the carbon fiber or hydro dip stuff, this is the next piece. And all three of the Corvettes will have this kind of door sill thing going on. It looks really good. I already wiped down this area with the isopropyl alcohol. On the back of the door sill, we'll take the protective layer of tape off, and then we'll go ahead and stick it down into place. That's it. That's all she wrote. Now, what's really cool about this one is it's not coming through on camera real well. This Corvette lettering is actually not white. It's got a really green tint to it. And I'm sure he did this on purpose, Kevin over at AMT Designs, because of the fact that my car is green. But yeah, look how much better that looks. It's weird how something so simple can just bring the car up to date. So I just did the C5 right after the C7, and yeah, they're looking absolutely fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the passenger side, but that is going to pretty much do it for what we're doing here today, guys. AMT Custom Designs, definitely hit them up if you want to customize your car at all. I'm sure if you guys saw the previous video, you know by now my C8 went into the shop shortly after I installed those sills on that car. So it is not in my driveway, but it is done as well. The C7, the C5, and the C8, all three have some AMT Custom Designs custom products on it. So yeah, links will be in the description down below. Big thumbs up if you guys like the video. That's going to do it for this one today. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'm going to have loads of Corvette content like this coming. You're not going to want to miss. And as always, guys, I will catch you in the next upload. How would you like to win this Corvette? It may be a lot easier than you may think. If you guys aren't familiar with my YouTube channel, it is called Horsepower Obsessed. And I just recently hit 50,000 subscribers, and because of that, I wanted to give back. All you have to do is go to my website, horsepowerobsessed.com, scroll down and click on the HPO merchandise section. Every $10 you spend is one entry to win this beautiful C5 Corvette. So right off the bat, we have the black diamond wheels, which gives the car an amazingly updated appearance. In the front end, we have the entire bumper and hood covered with XPEL paint protection, thanks to our friends at Blackout Tinting. The rest of the car has been paint corrected and ceramic coated. So you are getting one of the best examples of what Chevy had to offer with Corvette with this specific car. If you want to follow along with the mods on this particular car until the deadline of the giveaway, check out my YouTube channel, Horsepower Obsessed, and make sure you get entered before October 12th, 2021, so you can possibly take this car home with you.